Management tips you need if you're starting a side hustle with a full-time job. I was a teacher, started learning about freelancing and social media management, did that part-time on the side, but I also had several part-time jobs throughout the years. Here's some of the things that I learned that helped me with time management throughout that experience. This is part 27 of 30 days of social media management tips. Number 1, ensure that whatever side hustle, freelancing gig you do isn't dependent on doing it certain hours of the day. Let me explain. With social media management, my contracts, my how I work document, it all says that I'm generally available between the hours from 9 to 5, but that wouldn't work if you had a full-time job, and you don't really need to be available within those hours. If you're providing the service for business owners, it shouldn't matter whenever you're doing it, especially now with social media because we can schedule things. Number 2, time blocking. It's essentially where you plan out your entire day in little chunks of time, allocate certain tasks to those different time blocks. I really used to rebel against this. I didn't want to do time blocking because I would think that I could do something quicker and then I wouldn't be able to stick to my time blocks, or I would just forget to do it. ADHD props. But that's precisely the reason we need to do it, because we think we're going to be able to accomplish a lot more than we actually are. So give the hours of your day a job. And if that doesn't vibe with you, at least set work hours. After your 9 to 5, what are going to be your side hustle work hours? This is going to prevent you from feeling like you're constantly working, especially if you're doing something like social media management where it's on your phone. It brings me to tip number 3, be okay with power pockets. If you are a teacher, for example, there are little pockets throughout your day where you might be able to steal a few minutes, like the pickup line. If you're waiting for something, when I was a teacher, it was my lunch. Have tasks that you feel like you can do in short little spurts of time. For me now as a social media manager, a lot of the times that's engagement. I engage on other people's accounts, comment on their things. It is not things that take a lot of brain power. Tip number 4, communicate with the people in your life what you're doing and be proud of it. The being proud part is just because you really should be hella freaking proud, but the actual communication is because if you say what you're doing, you communicate what you're doing, people are going to respect those things like your work hours more. They're going to respect when maybe you need to set boundaries or say no to things in order to get something done. But don't just tell them what you're doing, actually tell them why. This is also going to give you the confidence to start acting as if. When I started doing social media management, I started saying I am a social media manager. I even really actually felt like one, because it's going to give you that confidence switch that's going to help you be more successful. Tip number 5, identify your big 3. You could do this for your whole day, but I just did it directly with my side hustle. What are 3 things I need to get done that can be small that day in order to be successful? And if I did those things, I would feel good. This helps you focus because it can often feel like everything is the most important, but if you could only pick 3 things to get done, what would they be? Gosh, I think I have more of these. Let me know if you want to hear more.